Did you think that Stargate was done with you, or did
I did.
you?
I mean,
what? Yeah, tell me the story.
I mean, I genuinely did. We finished afterwards and we talked, and I had a great time with everybody. And they said, we loved working with you. And about 6 months later, I met with one of the creators on a different project, and he was saying, "God, we'd love to bring Khalek back." And we're talking about bringing Khalek back, but it's not looking like it's going to work. Yeah. It was only 9 seasons that they did. And so, was it 9 seasons?
It was 10 at the end of the day.
Oh, 10. Okay, and 10. He said, so they were moving into their last season. They said, it's just not looking like we're going to be able to do it. And I was like, oh, look, it was amazing fun. If it works as a standalone, that's great. Mm-hmm. And they were also doing Atlantis at the time. Mm-hmm. And then randomly got a call from the creator. And he said...
Robert Cooper?
Yeah, Rob Cooper. Yeah. And he said, we've got a role that I'd love to bring you back in. It's a completely different role, but we won't see your face. Are you okay with that? And I was like, dude, I'd love to come and work with you guys again. It'd be fantastic. He said, it's to play a Wraith. And I was like, oh, okay, this is amazing. And he said, it's the first time we're going to see the full body Wraith, because you're going to have all of the things. And that was, it was 6 hours the first time we put it all on, and we got it down to 3. But, because they have no nipples, they have no belly buttons, because they're not incubated in the same way as humans. So everything had to be covered. The spine, they're grown. So the spine had to be changed in different ways, and the body painting and everything. And they sent me the script. And I was already in. I mean, the idea of getting to come back and play a Wraith and just run around in that world would be amazing. But then when they said it was a Wraith stuck on Earth who was trying to get back, who was building up his resources to be able to contact the home planet, and the way he's doing it is using his cerebral ability to count cards to win poker in Vegas. I'm like, oh, come on. So it was just such a gift to go back and do it, and just to not have lines and to not have my face on my actual face on camera. There was a freedom in that to kind of play around with the character in a different way, and it was just really, really fun. There was one humbling moment that was in there. There's a bit in there where he's in his
trailer,
his trailer, and he finds out that the goodies have arrived and they're coming to get him. And he loads up 2 Uzis, kicks open the door to the trailer, and unloads the Uzis at him. And nobody ever told me, one, I mean, I'm British, we don't fire a lot of guns. Nobody ever told me, one, how heavy Uzis are. So holding an Uzi at arm's length is not light. You're talking easily 15, 18 pounds. So holding it out at weight. But then you add the recoil of that from the gun, which increases the load on the shoulder. So that was one factor. And then the other factor was the door was so flimsy. We went to do it, and I've got this badass moment. I'm loading the clips in. I'm getting the Uzis ready. And I walk up to the door, and I kick the door. It slams open and slams in my face. Oh, no. So we're like, cut, okay. And so I was like, okay, sorry, let me kick it less hard, but still hard enough that it looks like a badass exit. So then we did it again. I kicked the door open. That was great. I stepped down. I opened the gun. I load the guns up. And as I'm shooting, let me move my legs so I can show. As I'm shooting, I went, shit, these are heavy. My God, these are heavy, because we'd never actually done it because we didn't have time. So I didn't get to play with the rounds with the full clip. So they said, oh, yeah, if you can try to hold them up the whole time. I was like, yeah, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I did try. It's incredibly heavy. So let me try again. So we went out again. I kicked the door open. I did it okay this time. I stepped down, went... I looked at the guys. I was like, I don't know if this is possible, because they wanted me to walk 20 foot, just unloading the clip, release the clip, load another clip in. And so we ended up having to shoot it in segments because I couldn't hold the guns up long enough to look like a badass. And it's like one of those things that you watch Arnie movies. And of course, these guys are massive. But you watch Arnie movies holding these big submachine guns with one arm. And go, yeah, get to the chopper. And he makes it look really easy. And there's me, it comes time with my Uzis. And I'm like, nope. No, not working again. So that was a humbling experience of going, oh, okay, I'm maybe not going to be doing the next Arnie action movie. Or maybe Arnie has balsa wood guns just to make him look good. I have no idea.
Well, you know,
that was very humbling.
That should have been, if I'm not mistaken, Rob Fournier should have been the armorer on that episode. And he's usually pretty good about that. I'm surprised he didn't warn you. You know, we need to, like, you need to get used to this, at least to the weight of it, so you yourself know what's anticipated. But, you know, sometimes you just have to piece it together with different shots to make it work.
It together, exactly. And it worked perfectly, and it looked great when it comes out. I mean, it's one of those things that you'll just never know, but it looked amazing when we did it. But yeah, it was those humbling things. It's one of those things as an actor, when things go right on set, it can be a very personal experience of for me, at least, my experience is if I've nailed the character and I know I've nailed the scene, I've done it well, and they call cut, there's this little peaceful moment of just like, all right, we did it, we nailed it. When it doesn't go well, the blinkers widen. You realize there's 50, sometimes 100 people staring at you, all from the various different departments, who all now need to reset so that you can then do your job again. And that was one of those moments of it happened, and I'm shooting the floor very quickly. You suddenly look up and realize there's a whole bunch of people that need to reset a whole load of things. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I thought my shoulders were stronger than that. I'm going to start doing a little more exercise, I think, and get my body ready. Yeah.
What about that explosion? Were you there for the explosion?
I was there for the explosion. I'm not going to miss that. Yeah, I was there at Video Village watching it. I mean, it's just, I love movies. I mean, you can see by the T-shirt on my chest. I love movies, and I love the power of story making. And there's nothing more fascinating to me than the magic of stunts, whether it be explosive stunts and the detonations or what stunt performers do. I just think that they are, by and large, the unsung heroes of every single film and TV show that I've been a part of. And it's, on a slightly political scale, it's criminal that they don't get recognized for that at the Oscars.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
You got people who are at times literally putting their body and life on the line to try to make the shot work in the best way possible. And often the actors will take credit for their work and say, I did all my own stunts. And we know there's a few people who say that. And I've also been at the Taurus Awards, which is the Oscars for stunts. And I've seen people receive Taurus Awards for the actors that say they do their own stunts, and you show the stunts that they did that made the actor look badass, and it's like, oh no, but they took credit for it. So there's this funny machism that I think, you know, hails back to old MGM days of Hollywood, of wanting to make sure that the mystique in audiences' eyes is never broken. James Bond does his own stunts because we want to believe and invest in the James Bond character. I get that, but back to what I was talking about, any chance I get to watch this magic happen on set is just incredible. And that explosion was bigger than I think a lot of us thought it was going to be. We're like, okay, there's going to be an explosion, but God, that was incredible to watch. And you felt the heat of it, that wave of heat as it exploded. And we were a very large distance, safe distance back. And even that far back, it exploded. And you got this wave of heat. It's going, oh my God. So yeah, it was very cool to watch.
Yeah, I suspect the Wraith is dead.
yeah. Much
Hail
like
Dorothy.
They want to make sure every character I played on that, there's no coming back from it. We're going to riddle him with bullets and watch him die, and we're going to blow him up. We don't want there being any chance of him coming back.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. You can find the full live stream shows on our YouTube channel or visit dialthegate.com for the complete schedule. See you on the other side.